We have some breaking inputs coming in. New UGC norms put on hold by the Supreme Court. A big development there. Bhavtosh was telling us about the big observations. We're given to understand that the new norms have been put on hold by the top court. The Supreme Court has decided to put on hold the new norms. As far as some of the observations are concerned, the CJI said prima facie language of the regulations, there is complete vagueness capable of misuse. Some expert may advise remodulation. Let's go back to Bhavtosh. Bhavtosh, the court has put on hold the new UGC norms.
Yes, that's a big news. Earlier, the notices have been issued, but colleague Dipankar has just told us that Supreme Court has stayed the implementation of the new regulation of UGC. The court has stayed it, and the next date of hearing is 19th of March. Remember, as soon as the notification was issued by the through a notification, there was widespread protests that have taken place, and now that implementation has now been stayed by the bench of the Chief Justice of India, Suryakant.
Bhavtosh, stay on with us. We also have Pranesh joining us in the broadcast. The CJI said we can't go further backward, and then notices were issued. But the big story is putting off the norms on hold, Pranesh.
I just want to add to what Swati, what you and Bhavtosh were both discussing. You see, this was coming. The government had it coming, and let me just say this, more than anyone, more than the people who were out there on roads protesting, you know which entity is the most relieved right now or would be most relieved? It is the government of India, and I'll tell you why. Because the government had tied itself in knots in a way that it could see the outrage on the ground by these lopsided norms which were drafted and then was put in the Gazette of India. And by the time maybe they realized it, the protests had, spread like wildfire. They wanted to do, but such are the compulsions of vote bank politics in our country that any step in even tweaking the norms would have been branded as, anti-Dalit, anti-SC/ST, anti-OBC. And the government obviously did not want to risk the backlash. So, now that the Supreme Court has stayed the UGC rules, and if you just talk about the rules, even a layman, it does not take, even a university degree to understand the UGC rules. They were lopsided, to say the least. When the intent of any legislation or regulation is to promote equity, to stop discrimination, or at least to mitigate discrimination, you can't draft regulations which do exact opposite. But according to the rules that have now been stayed, courtesy the Supreme Court's intervention, the general category students had sort of no relief. They were tagged as suspect. The criminality thing was like a label on their forehead, and it is not a nice thing to have when you're in universities. Like people say, whenever we do a campus story, Swati and Bhavtosh, the commentary that we hear is that, universities are places where you should be able to think freely. When you have this tag on your head, it's like, someone is constantly watching you. Am I walking properly? Imagine a group of students, the reserved category students are sitting there, and if you were to just pass by, and if they thought, because the rule said anything explicit or implicit, if your body language offended them, then you're gone for good. Because then, according to the rules which have now been stayed, you are staring at trouble. So, Swati, this is a welcome move, a massive intervention by the Supreme Court. And I will also tell you the predictable political commentary. Now, many people will come and attack the government. Why is the government not resisting this intervention by the Supreme Court? They will accuse the government of accepting the Supreme Court's decision. They will say that go up in appeal, challenge this. Like we've heard from Mr. Stalin, he says the rules must be hardened enough. This is not enough. So let's see how it unfolds.